Hey everybody, Happy New Year. I'm Jean-Paul, your host in this new creative sessions, the first one of the new year, 2026. And today I'm joined by a special guest, not only just Tarik Barri, but also Christian Schmidt, also known as TRU. You also have a visual project, Christian, but I'm not quite sure how I'm supposed to pronounce it, but maybe that's because it's in German.
What do you mean? My first name, you can just say Chris.
No, I mean the underscore for.
I see.
That one. How should I pronounce that?
I always say 4.x.
4.x. Okay, there you go. All right. Well, nice of you to join us, and also hi, Tarik.
Hello.
Yeah, we had a brief chat earlier a few weeks ago about this upcoming live stream. And what we could do, and you came up with this idea of remixing James Turrell's Aftershock.
That's right, correct, yeah.
Yeah. Maybe you can tell us a bit more about that?
Yeah, I would love to.
Yeah, feel free, take it away.
So let me share my screen. I've prepared something to explain better what I was aiming for, what my idea was. So I think 2 years ago I was visiting Copenhagen, and I was in the gallery Copenhagen Contemporary, or Contemporary Copenhagen, I think it is. A really nice industrial area, very, very big halls that they have right there. And they had a light installation by James Turrell, which I didn't knew before visiting the installation, and it was called Aftershock. It was actually a room that you would enter, so there was a group of, I think, 8 persons, and you could watch the installation for about 15 minutes, and then it changes again, and you have to go to the queue again if you would like to join the room again and see it again. So you had to, take off your shoes, because you are entering a room which is created only for this installation. And I was not able to film in there, so that is everything I can show you right here. But I found some stuff on the internet to show you more. Inside the entrance room, you would see something like that. So a staircase and something that would look like a picture, but actually it is the entrance to the room.
Wir sehen ein leuchtendes, flaches Bild an der Wand, und in Wirklichkeit ist das kein Bild, wie man feststellen kann, sondern es ist ein Lichtraum, der keine Konturen hat, und plötzlich wird das flache Bild zu einem Raum. Das Bild selber wird zu etwas, aus dem man aussteigen kann.
So that what you see right here is actually a different project from James Turrell, but the entrance seems to be the same one. And when I entered the room, I was seeing something like that. In the front, I had a kind of light projection, looking like a big screen or something like that. And there was also some lights coming from the rear, so where you entered. And these two colors were merging into each other, and the colors were also changing over time, really slowly, like going from blue to pink, or back to green, yellow, whatever. And as you can see right here on the sides, the corners are shaped. And because of that, and also because of the colors mixing into each other, it seems to be some kind of fog. You could not really tell where the walls are, where the room ends and where it begins. And that is actually also what James Turrell wants to achieve with that installation. And there was no music, it was just a light that you would see. And there was one more thing. At some point, there was some distortion beginning, like really small in the middle of the screen, you could say. and then it gets bigger and bigger over time until it really tears everything apart. So that was the installation. The only thing that I could film was this flickering here from outside, just to give you an idea. So yeah, that was James Turrell, and I was pretty impressed from this, and I thought it would be very nice to have music that represents what I was seeing, and also then of course using Videosync to somehow bring visual elements to it. And I thought to have an Aftershock remix, I had some key facts that I think that I would need. So the first one would be to have colors of the entire spectrum, like merging from one to another. And I wanted to have some spaces to arise and to disappear all the time, pretty much. And for this flickering, for these distortions, I would add irregular distortions, and it should go on pretty much forever, you could say. So that would be the key facts that I would not only have in the music, but also in the visuals.
Right.
So yeah.
No, yeah, and basically also that it wouldn't seem like a loop. Is that correct?
Yeah,
so
but
that's infinite.
Yeah. I think the whole light installation, that was actually a loop. I think I asked the one person who was guiding there, and she said it was 2 hours or something like that. So I think it's a really big loop that you could not really perceive as a loop. And pretty much the same I would do with the music. I think I have here a 4-minute loop. And the way it is built, I have like 4 voices here: bass, alto, tenor, and soprano. And you will hear in a second how it sounds. But just to give you another idea of how I try to have the whole color spectrum in here with musically. I'm going from F to C to S to B to Des and and so on. So I'm actually going through all the notes that you could go through. So there's no tonal center in the music, but it goes a full circle actually, and it takes about like 4 minutes or so. And so that would represent what I was seeing actually on one aspect. And the merging, of course, is the merging and going from one chord to another. And the spaces that arise and disappear would be, I would say, I would use, or my first idea was to use 3 voices, to have 3 squares which are moving into each other. And while they move, they are getting bigger and turning around, and so they create rooms and disappear, of course, again. Yeah. So maybe for now, that would be the first idea to do with Videosync. And if we still have time, we could maybe add some distortions to it forward if we still have time. And
sure. Yeah, great explanation. Thanks for that, by the way. It's really cool to see that that room with the light, especially the one where it looks like a frame, exactly as is explained.
Yeah, absolutely. That was really amazing. Yeah, that was really amazing.
So yeah, and then the idea is really we wanted to invite you as a guest here to explain what you have in mind, and how something like this can be achieved using Videosync. So we got Tarik over here, who's being very quiet, paying very good attention to the story, I imagine. So Tarik, do you have an idea on how you would approach this? I think Chris sent you his project, right?
The project is right here on my laptop. I can share the screen if that's a good idea.
Yeah, sounds great.
Unless you want to show anything else at this point.
I guess, maybe a slight further introduction. Maybe some, not everybody knows about it, but Chris also wrote an article on our blog. I'll share a link in the chat in just a moment. And not just an article on our blog, but an entire video presentation of where you remix another artwork, a physical artwork, the strip remix, right?
Yeah, correct.
And who was the original artist of that?
That was a painting by Gerhard Richter,
Yeah,
a German artist. I think one of the biggest living contemporary artists.
Yeah,
in Germany. Yeah.
Okay, I'll share the link in the chat for that right now, and then I would say we can take it from there, or you can take it from there, Tarik.
Yeah.
Oh shit! I'm doing
anything I should.
Sorry about that. I'm screwing up my Zoom presentation. Sorry, not my Zoom presentation, my streaming presentation. Sorry about that. Okay, sorry. Go for it.
Okay, sure. Yeah. So first, actually, to answer your question, do I have any ideas? Vaguely, there's some hints of ideas coming up, but yeah, let's work through some options together, and then Christian can tell me what he likes, what he doesn't like, and sort of like I can be your arms and legs, and you can be my brain, perhaps.
Let's try that. But maybe you can just play like maybe a minute of the music, so that just people can hear how it sounds.
Sure, indeed. Let's see if I'm sharing this correctly right now. Let's see if the sound's going to come through. You are seeing the screen right now? Cool. So let's see. Okay.
Right, and this will just keep going, never quite sounding the same. That's kind of the idea, right?
Yes.
All right.
So yeah, musically there's not happening so much. I was just aiming for something really subtle. Yeah, really reflecting what I was seeing in the live presentation.
Yeah.
And the little automations that are in there, there are a couple of more happening throughout the track. These bring a bit of color and variation to it, but pretty much all the others stays as is.
Cool. Okay, sorry, I'll get out of your way, Tarik.
Okay, so we have ourselves a black screen over here. Yes, we have ourselves a black screen over here. Where shall we start? Shall I just put a square there? See what happens?
Yeah, that sounds great.
Great. Okay, cool. Then let us go. Square seems like a straightforward one, but maybe I actually would like to do this with either a crop map or a transform, maybe the crop map. Okay, yeah, sorry, just thinking out loud. Let's do a gradient and a crop map. That's how we shall do this. So I'm gonna have a put a gradient somewhere. Yeah, so let's actually make this set this to same as screen, same as window, and make it monocolor. Let's make it red for now. And now not the transform. I set the crop map. And then we can make a little square out of this. Well, this is going to be annoying to do like this, but fortunately we have this link button, so now we can do something that looks squarish.
Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah, yeah. So let's see how this works together. Okay, so we got some atmosphere here. Would you like to link the MIDI to the appearance and disappearance of the squares, or what kind of thought do you have there?
Yeah, I think that would be a good idea. So we have, if you take like the alto, the tenor, and the bass, would have 3 squares, and we could each square could move individually and zoom in and zoom out individually.
Yeah.
And I think they should have only slightly different colors. Like if they are all red, one being a bit brighter, one being a bit darker. And if they move into each other, it should seem like a room, I guess.
Okay, yes. Okay. So, and what do you mean when you're saying that you want to have a square for alt? So basically a square for alt appears when a MIDI note is played, and then maybe another similar one appears when another MIDI note is played?
Yeah. Each note is 1 square.
Yeah.
And when it changes, it fades out, and if then the new tone is coming in, it also the square is also fading in.
Okay, so maybe actually it's a better idea to not use a gradient and a crop map, at least not like this, but just use squares, because that is just a way to nicely, easily, immediately have MIDI play literally squares, of course. Instruments, squares. And we can start with routing the alt MIDI to this channel. Like I could also, of course, put this square instrument on the same track as the alt in the instrument rack. But for now, also just, I guess, for visual separation, I like to just put this in a, what shall we say?
I understand, yeah.
Yellow is going to be, and then gonna make this more blue. So just yellow for me means visual. So let's say yellow is visual. We've got ourselves some squares. And when a MIDI is played, then one of these squares is going to appear. So let's go to, I'm going to go for tab squares. I say that I want a MIDI in from, not MIDI in from alt. Oh, so, or sopran.
No, take the alt. The soprano is just playing here and there.
Okay. So squares alt, and let's play a little. Oh yeah, of course. This is not playing a perfect C3, so I guess we want to have a C3, and we want to narrow the range here. So I guess we need a MIDI instrument for that. What's it called? What's a good MIDI instrument for this MIDI effect?
You mean like that minimizes the range, the MIDI range that it's receiving?
Yes.
I use it randomly, rarely.
Yes, actually, me too. So here we already have a first bottleneck. How do we do this? Do you know, Jean-Paul?
I was slightly distracted for a moment.
I think it's scale, but I'm not sure how it works.
Okay, let's try scale. Let's see what happens there.
You want to filter MIDI notes? Yeah, that's one way to do it.
Yeah, I just basically want to have them more or less wrapped around the same note range.
Mm-hmm.
And I was wondering how to do that right now.
Yeah.
So
this is one way to do it.
Okay, so this becomes C3 to have the.
Well, you should put a MIDI monitor after it, maybe, just so you know what's actually happening.
Okay. Oh, so we got a C4 here. So maybe I just want to scale it down to, how do you call it, transpose this?
Yeah.
Okay. So something like this. So there we go. We have got ourselves a very dark square over here. So let's say that you don't want the velocity to have any influence. So don't care about velocity. 0, not caring. Okay. And again, great. Okay. And maybe I want to have the square more in the middle. Let's see what happens when we go to the second square over here. Let's maybe just make more squares. So we're gonna make more columns. So first is the square over here. This of course is lower, so I should transpose this. I'm a little confused because I thought that we should be seeing this D3 over here. Tell me, am I going insane or what's going on?
Sorry, which track are we receiving?
We are now getting the MIDI from Alt. We're receiving this on Squares Alt.
Yeah.
And the first note here is being transposed to become D sharp 3. Oh, and then we get A sharp 2.
Yep.
So something more like this.
Didn't we, wouldn't you...
There we go.
Oh, okay. Wouldn't you rather want like to just work with a gradient in full screen and then just crop that?
Yeah, but I want them to appear and disappear with the MIDI indeed. That's what I want to do.
All right, sure,
yes.
Sure.
Yeah. Instead of making them a little bit bigger, so also relative to each other, they don't seem to be that far apart. 200. So something like that. And a longer attack.
Yeah.
Yeah. So again. That's still a sharp release, so that you can make it release a little bit longer. Yeah. Okay, cool. So something more like this. And those squares, shall we work on their shape or on their color right now?
What we should go first, you mean?
Yes. Or basically how they zoom in and out. You can also work on that.
Maybe I would maybe go with the color first. Perhaps like the morphing from one to another.
Okay.
Because I have no idea how to do that actually.
Okay, well, we could take several approaches. We can maybe just use a colorize. That could be a nice one right now. Oh. Just need to plug in my laptop now for a second, because otherwise it's going to turn itself off. Yes, got it. Okay, we are going to work on the color. Yeah, so I could do colorize, where, well, you'll see how it, now basically it'll morph from this blue via red to this color as it fades in, so you'll see.
Okay.
it's maybe a bit radical, but something along these lines.
I think it should go really slow, actually, and
Let's do it then. Let's get the mid out of here and
yeah, something like that, maybe. Yeah.
make it very subtle. Do something more like this. Yeah, way slower. I hear you. Like I literally hear it in the music how it should be way slower. So you can go for like equally slow fade out and fade in. You think?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Yeah, that looks quite good.
Yeah, and we can go for more fine tuning later on because I'm sure it's going to be a lot of fine tuning. Okay, so we got ourselves this, and then maybe as a way to play with the color, we could do something like just having color utility on top. I'm just going to pause it at the notes right now. So. Okay, pausing it right now. So just so that these two squares will remain on the screen. Are they fading out? No, they're staying where they are. Good. So okay, I started to play with. So here we got some U that you can maybe use.
Okay, so if we have an LFO on the U, it would go the pretty much a full circle.
Yes, we could definitely do that. Let's do that. LFO.
Like really slow.
Really slow. Okay, just to just to annoy myself, I'm gonna put it on this here right now. Holy, that is the very opposite of what we want. 0.01, 0.03, 0.1. Okay, that's already way too fast, obviously. 0.01. Yeah, now it goes over the whole spectrum. Are you happy with the saturation of this? Do you like it to be, yeah, would you like the colors to be as pure as this? Or would you also perhaps want something that sometimes goes a little more into like almost black and white territory and then to full color? How do you feel?
It's fine. I think it's fine. I mean, it's we could have like a feather on the sides, but we could do that later. Actually, I think.
Mm-hmm.
I think for now, I would leave it like that.
Okay, cool. Great. And feather on the side, then you're talking about the shape of these things, right? So to make the squares a little bit less less hard edged.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, let's do that then. I guess a blur would be good for that. And you can also figure out which kind of blur you want. Oh, so now I can just go to my effects. Stop blur. Yeah. Something like this. Or
just a little bit on the sides, actually.
okay.
Yeah.
Let's see if
the edges are not that hard, but really just a bit, I would say.
Yeah. This actually is still relatively hard blur when you do the bokeh effect, so I guess that this one would be nicer for now.
I mean, it would also be nice if they come in, that they get blurred, and then as louder as the tone gets, it gets more clearer. That would also be a different idea.
Yeah. Okay, cool. So I guess that maybe we want to maybe even work, because I'm also not quite happy, of course, with how these squares now seem to be kind of like stuck in place. And even if you're going to move around this whole image, then of course these two squares are still going to relate to each other like that. So I was wondering, like, how are we going to do that? Are we going to like randomize some notes, or? But I think that maybe we want to have a MIDI. I've barely ever used this, but it's called a MIDI follower.
Shader MIDI is probably the one you're looking for.
Shader MIDI.
And somebody in the chat was so helpful to found a way to randomize the notes.
That's great already.
To at least have a way to do that. But maybe that's something for later.
So the shaper MIDI,
you can just use them as triggers, the MIDI notes, but not necessarily have them relate to the same square every single time.
Yeah, see, shaper MIDI. Yeah, this looks great. So we can start using that in a little bit. So how do we randomize the notes? That's already a nice one.
So yeah, I'll just read up what's in the chat. The easier option is to use a pitch device. So MIDI effects pitch.
Let's do it. MIDI effects pitch.
Just the regular pitch.
Oh yeah, just the one that I was already using here. Cool.
Set the range to 0.
Oh, smart.
Set lowest to the bass note, to the lowest note. No, so the range should be set to 0.
Oh, this is the range.
No.
No,
sorry. Hello. There we go. Yeah.
Yeah, just leave the pitch as it is.
Yes, leave the pitch.
Leave a pitch, set it to 0 as well.
Yeah.
And then range to 0 and the lowest to the bass note. So the lowest note.
Yes. So now we have. Oh yeah.
C3, yeah, exactly. Okay, and then you can use a random effect. It's right above the pitch in the browser.
Actually, I'm already confused right now why we're not seeing this note being sent over here.
That's a good question.
Okay, so maybe
I should look into this myself as well instead of
just
what's in the chat. But
okay, so we're not going to use this for now.
Sure. Let me check.
We can look at this MIDI, at this mapping over here. We can say we map this to the blur, and then when we see a note, we saw this go up and down. Okay, let's see. Okay, we're gonna go back to our pitch device. Pitch device. Note to limit. We set pitch to 0. Range to 0. Lowest will be the bass note C3. That's beautiful.
And then a randomize effect.
Yeah, so let's put this to E. Yeah, and then we have the one in the middle. Awesome.
Yeah. So if you now take the random effect right on top of the... Yeah. Right,
yes.
Just take the random. Yeah.
Yeah. That's great.
And then... 12 choices, so then you have an octave, chance 100%.
Yeah, let's do bidirectional.
No,
let's say
it's going to go below.
Oh yes, right.
You just want it on top of the bass note. Yeah, and then
yes.
In this case, we have 9 notes, so you have 9 choices. Yeah, and then every time you.
Oh yeah, you saw right now that this was a very strong effect that happened with the blur as a new note came in, because it went like bam. I'm gonna show again. Actually, let's now set the squares not to such an extreme long attack and delay, because it makes it hard to follow what's going on. So let's make it a little bit faster now. Later we can slow it down again. Yeah, let's look at what's going on with the blur. See? Because at the start of this note, the squares alt is doing. Boom! Yeah, you see it coming in over here.
Yeah.
You should still set the lowest to C3 on the pitch effect.
Oh yeah.
Because that's the lowest note. There you go.
Yes. Okay, so we want to have this a little bit different. I can't click and drag. Wow. How do I shift click? Command click. Oh. This is way less intuitive to use than I thought, but we're getting there. Okay. And let's just hope that shift click to remove. Shift click, remove you. Great. And can we set this curve a little bit differently? Something more like, yeah, actually, maybe this is nice. Let's see how this works. Yeah, let's make it not 100, but 1 second is the most. Okay, so we can't have this very slow.
That's really not a lot. 1 second.
No, indeed. So what I guess that we can do is just maybe do some automation instead. We're just going to automate this blur. I think that's a nice way than having this now controlled by MIDI.
But I think there's an option that you can. There was another option. I think it was set to quarter notes.
Ah, okay.
And if you go to milliseconds, I think that's where you have the. Now it should be.
Let's see.
Lower. Right?
It's still.
Yeah.
Okay. And let's see. Still, I find it a little bit too confusing for my own benefit right now.
You can also turn it into a loop, because right now it's just a single.
Yeah, you know what?
It only happens when you trigger a new note. There's a loop toggle, so it will just keep going up and down.
Yeah. Okay.
On the right side, you see it on the right side of the device.
Yes. Okay. So loop toggle.
But it re-triggers every time you.
Yeah, exactly. I'm thinking of, for now, just maybe rather going for automation on this thing to have the effect that we want. So show automation. Show automation. Thank you. So we just go for. Would you rather have it start with a?
I would start with a blur when it comes in.
Yes,
Getting clearer.
Cool.
And then fade out again. Yeah.
To blur, yeah.
Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah. Would you like it to become completely sharp at some point, or just to maintain a little blur? Because right now, my instinct told me to keep it to get a little bit of blur here, but you can also just go for complete sharpness.
Yeah, it could be. It could still be a little bit blurred. Yeah.
Yeah, that's also what I was thinking. Indeed. Yeah. So cool. And then we, for now, we sort of like duplicate this. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe that's enough for now.
Yeah, I think so indeed. Yeah. Okay. Great. And I'm going to make this. I see also that now, of course, we're missing that the blur is also taken into account the bottom left side, because right now this is just still going to be a hard edge. So let's make the squares a little bit Let's go to the squares. Let's have some more rows and columns and set the start node so that the C3 that we're naming it is over here. Oh yeah, no, even better idea. Undo what I'm going to do right now. What you can also just do is I can put a transform on here. Because actually, yes, just to show what I'm doing right now, effects, video monitor, the video monitor over here shows exactly what we got at this point. We got ourselves a square over here, and that in the end, through the effects, turns into this green one over here. I think that I want to put a transform here. Just reduce the scale a little bit. Exactly.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah. Yeah, something like that. And I'll just double click this to make it less, and we don't need the video monitor. That was just there for educational purposes. And it will be later going to make it fade out and in a slower.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah. I think actually I want to have them overlap a little more. So I'm going to increase their total width and height. That they really go into each other. And then let's see how this looks like. And maybe speed up the tempo just for a bit. I can do it a little bit less. Yeah, now it's moving a little bit. Okay. So would you like the squares also to move a little bit more?
Yeah, it would be nice if they move like in all directions, like they are, how do you say? They are flying in space.
Okay. Yes. Okay. Yes. In an earlier example that you showed me personally at some point, when you're preparing for this, you showed that you did something with the ISF shader, right?
I think so. Yeah, I think it was.
Yes. So let's do the ISF shader.
I think 3D rotate or something like that was it called?
Yeah. Okay. Let's go for it. 3D rotate, the top one.
Yeah. I think so.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. So I can do the transform here. Rotate.
Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah, cool. So let's do some LFO on top of this as well. So to have it sort of like, yeah. LFO. Oh. So you're gonna map this to the X. Whoa, okay. I see. Yeah, that's nice. I mean, it's too fast, obviously, but that's a nice first one. So let's actually make this very slow. Something like that?
Yeah, that looks good, yeah.
Okay, cool. So now I'm duplicating this. Let's map this to the Y rotate. Do a slightly different rate, 0.015. And I'm doing a slightly different rate because I don't want this to be a perfect loop. So if we got multiple parameters, indeed, then we're gonna have that's something more unexpected here.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah.
Maybe zoom level a little bit less. You can see it's gonna be less dominant. And copying this again, mapping this to Z and 0.0159778. Yes. Yeah, it's still a little bit fast, maybe.
Yeah, it could be a bit slower, but I think it's quite nice.
Okay, we just leave it for now. We leave it for now. Yeah. Okay. Um,
Yeah, that's nice already. I
yeah.
like it.
What I'm now also thinking that could be nice, maybe also for blending in time and space. You can also use feedback, which may be actually really nice to have here. So let me just minimize this colorize one. Yeah, the colorize and the color utility. Let's just say they're all doing their stuff. Yeah. So what was I saying again? I was going to put a feedback here. Effects. Feedback. Before, after the blur, who knows? Maybe before the blur. And let's again use a monitor to see exactly what we're doing before the blur. Oh yes, you can already see a little bit of a trail over here. You see that it's leaving some colors behind. Maybe it's not clear to see for you. Yeah, that's
nice. Yeah, I like it.
yeah. Okay, cool. I was thinking maybe we can remove that, but if you like it, then that's even better. Okay, and we can make it also even turn a little bit more. I'm turning up the mix here in this thing. So now it's mixing a little bit in time and space. Tell me, how does this feel?
It could be a little bit too much if we have three squares going into each other, but to have a little bit of it, I think it would be nice.
Yeah. Also, one thing I'm also seeing right now, which may not be what you want, is that now we have all the colors in this in view simultaneously. So we've got the whole rainbow, and maybe you want to go more from one monocolor to another monocolor, like thinking of Turrellishness, James Turrellishness. So I think that maybe then we should put this color utility after the feedback.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, so we start changing the hue after. So exactly. So now they're still okay. Let's set the mix to 0 for a second, and then 99.7. Yeah, now we still have the monocolor. Yeah. Okay. Cool. We could also scale in or scale out a little bit. I don't know if that's something we want. That a little bit less extreme.
Well, it looks nice.
Yeah, I also am kind of surprised with how this really isn't too bad. Yeah. It's like you're really looking at light sources rather than very specific shapes.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. And I'm thinking of the fact that right now it's all scaling, let's see how it goes, in decreasing in scale towards the center. We could change that, but maybe don't want to even. But you could make it, for instance, this now it goes more to the side. So we could also play with that.
Yeah.
It's funny, I'm getting a sort of like a sense almost of Northern Lights right now.
Yeah, absolutely. Have something of it.
Okay,
maybe just stick to the middle for now. And
yeah, that's a good point. Yeah. Yeah, we can just stick to the middle for now. And also, I wouldn't even need to necessarily put other LFOs on it. I can also just use repurpose one of the LFOs. Actually, I can just show how that works right now. This LFO that's already running very slow, I can just map this to another parameter as well, and then make that, let's say, map to this anchor, and then make it a little less extreme. So not for 50, but whatever. Very subtle. Okay, so only 4%. just for kind of like demonstration purposes. Okay, cool. So now we do basically the same thing, but for a second track, right?
Yeah, I would just copy it.
Yeah, just the whole track, right?
Yeah, copy the whole track. Put the MIDI input to the tenor or bass, and then maybe adjust the color maybe a little bit, and then just see how it looks.
Yeah, exactly. So this is course. We're gonna do this to the tenor, you said, right?
What? I'm sorry.
This one's gonna get the MIDI from the tenor.
Yeah.
Okay. So here we say squares tenor gets its MIDI from tenor, and let's see how that. I'm not even sure if this now, if now these LFOs. Oh, that's brilliant. I see that this LFO is still controlling this rotate. So that's awesome. When you copy the whole track, also the mappings between LFOs and the devices in that track are being preserved, which is neat.
Yeah, yeah. But it could be that they are absolutely perfectly overlapping.
I think that might be what's happening. But maybe also... Let's see.
They shouldn't be, because the MIDI note is randomized, no?
Yeah, let's see, but maybe, yeah. Oh, there you go.
Oh, that's nice.
Oh, yeah, there's some nice stuff going on. And of course, what's also going on is that on this track we have the blur doing exactly the same thing. We can maybe, because this is responding to the tenor. Okay, the mediums are actually the same points, but maybe you still want to move the blur a little bit. Just for the sake of some variation.
And could we try to have the blur effect not so prominent?
So to have less strong blur, you mean?
Yeah.
Okay, sure. Let's do that. So we can go to this one again. Yeah. Okay, so something like this?
Yeah, for the moment, yeah.
And I guess we can also zoom in and out of the whole imagery.
Yeah, that would be nice.
Yeah.
Why does it look like an X sometimes? Is it because of the feedback?
I think that's the feedback indeed. Yes, right. Yeah.
I mean, it looks nice somehow, but...
Yeah, you can get rid of that. By also... Let's see what happens if we scale one up a little bit. Oh, damn, that's extreme.
Each square is a room itself right now, right?
Yes, it does seem to be
also
creative.
nice. It's also
yes.
Nice.
So now we got one that's feeding back inwards, the other one that's feeding back outwards, basically.
Yeah.
Which creates some nice mixing effects.
Yeah. I mean, if it looks right like that, I'm not sure if I would use 2 or 3 actually. I think then I would maybe just only
use 2.
One.
Oh, use one even, you say?
I think even just even one, and then maybe.
Okay, let's mute this one. So now we have just one.
Then you would really have to adjust the feedback that it's always a kind of a room, shaping a kind of room.
Yeah. So for now, shall we focus on the distortion that you want to add there?
Yeah, we can leave it like that, and maybe just play with the distortion effects. Yeah.
Yes. So what kind of distortion shall we use? Did you have any in mind, or shall we just play around with something?
I would take something that
something like TV noise, or
that cut it in pieces somehow, and has some how do you say that? Like a distortion on television, like really back in the days.
Okay, let's go for back in the days. Yeah, there's several. We don't really have anything in our plugin library, but I mean we do have to via the ISF shader, so we can go for the ISF shader.
Yeah, I think in ISF there are quite a lot.
Yeah. So let's just So there's distortion. Let's just show only the filters.
I would look for something that that somehow tears apart these squares.
Okay, let's see. One distortion. Well, I mean, this is
Something like that. Maybe collage. I used that before, I think. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But it would be nice to have it really short, like just in the automation when you.
Right.
When you look at the group automation, you can see it's really just a short.
Yeah.
1 second, 2 seconds, and it really appears very shortly and then disappears again.
Yeah. So let's see what feels like a nice distortion. Because I still wasn't quite convinced of that one. Oh, and this is also interesting.
Yeah. That looks quite good, yeah.
Oh, this might be more what you're looking for. The glitch shifter.
Yeah, but it looks like it's putting something on it. I would rather have something that tears apart the square.
Right.
And when it disappears, the tear comes together again.
Yes, okay. So let's see if we put this right. So we got our squares. What if you put this right here? Okay, so now it just becomes invisible because it's placed before the feedback. So right after the feedback, let's see what happens here. That's
quite nice.
Yeah, it's not exactly what we were aiming for, but it does give a very nice little sense of life, I think.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice modulation. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So let's turn on the video monitor, see what's going on here. I'm actually now realizing that I should also get the video monitor a mode where it just doesn't show the alpha background like this, but it shows black instead. But for now, just to force that I'm seeing more clearly what's going on there, I'm going to put a color utility here and set it to consolidate. That turns the alpha into, so I can just see a little more clearly what's going on here.
That's nice. Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah. Okay. And let's see, size. Horizontal amount, vertical amount. Okay, so now it's totally smooth. Now it's super hardcore. So we can automate this. So how shall we automate it?
If you go to the group You will see all the automations.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe
Okay.
you pick one that is pretty good audible.
Okay, so what did we hear? Okay, that's a subtle one. But otherwise over here.
Maybe the first one. Try the first one.
This one?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So if I understand correctly, I can just do Command C for copying this automation and putting it on here, just like that. Paste. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's nice, huh?
Yeah, it was a tiny bit too brutal for my taste, but I can just
the attack should be slower. Yeah.
Something a little more like this. Let's try it again.
Yeah.
And you're right, the attack should be slower. So let's just do it more. Yeah, again.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the subtle enough indeed. Yeah. And so then we got another one over here. That's cool. I like it.
Mm-hmm.
And I see there's some other automation stuff happening here. Let's see. Okay, let's make these join the party as well, I'd say. So here as well, also on the less extreme. You join the party, less extreme, and also you join the party. Yeah, etc., etc. But okay, so let's have a look at what we got so far at higher tempo. I mean, this is all way too fast, but otherwise it would have been way too tedious to edit on. That was also a little bit too brutal, but okay. More fine tuning can happen at some other point, but okay. I guess we now have set up at least a nice working draft sketch for the project.
I think so. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Okay, cool. I haven't been watching the chat or anything just yet.
It's cozy in there.
Nice.
This is turning into something really nice. So nice going. Do you want to keep going, or do you feel like we've covered most of the requirements, or how do you feel about it, Christian? Are there any
Yes,
more?
we can definitely do more if you feel like.
Maybe if we go back again and try to have building a room with three squares, maybe turning the feedback off. Really try to shape rooms with three squares going into each other.
Okay, so let's turn the feedback off.
Just as a second test.
Yes. Okay, so we can save this. Save. Oh yeah, I got a menu on the other screen so you can't see it, but I'm gonna save this live set. And now save a copy. Test 2. Okay. We're gonna turn the feedback off. No more feedback. No more feedback. Yeah, back to the basics again. Yeah. And so you talk about now having a third one?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. And then we might also think of how to make these colors perhaps a little bit more similar. But yeah, okay. So we just do the third one, and we're gonna have that one connected to the base.
Yeah, that would be the idea.
Cool. Rename this tab MIDI from base in. Okay, cool. So I guess that means that now we got a third one.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
And for this one, I think I would also turn down the blur effect.
Okay, so this
quite much.
So specifically for this third one, or in general you want to turn down the blurs?
I think for all of them.
Yeah, okay. So we got a blur over here. We got a blur over here. We got a blur over here. We're going to turn all of these down. Wouldn't it be amazing if we could select all of these, do this, and it would apply to all of them? No, it doesn't work. Okay, nice try. Okay. See what this looks like. What it feels like.
I mean, you can also just copy paste them.
Yeah, that's true. This is also has its charm for sure.
I mean, it's nice. I like it.
Yeah.
They're not really creating a room, right?
No, they're not really creating a room. No. What's needed for them to create a room?
Yeah. Good question.
Huh? What is needed for them to create a room?
I think they need to. They are quite centered, and they all rotate around the center right now. They have to fade in and out of the screen. I think more.
Yes.
It's because I think the colors are fine. That should work.
Yeah. So let's see. Okay, so we can solo this one over here, or solo this one, for instance. How do we get this one to be off center?
I think with transform, right?
Yeah, I'm also thinking, what if you open this one up and we up and down, basically?
Yeah, something like that, yeah.
Yes. Yeah, okay. So
should we put it after the ISF shader?
Let's see what that does. Yeah. It's then first it goes into 3D and then it makes it smaller. So we get yeah. Well, we can have a look. Is that bad? We basically get that this happens. You see these edges at the sides?
Yeah.
Exactly. So I think that we might not want that, but let me just use the video monitor again to show it. So we got ourselves. Oh, hello. Yeah, we got this over here, and then after transform. Exactly. So exactly. When it escapes the edges, it just sort of like it basically hits a wall.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm thinking that we want to have the transform happen before.
Yeah, but shouldn't we just set the zoom level a bit lower on the ISF shader, or higher, so that it doesn't touch the edges of the texture?
Yeah, we could also do that. But I'd say yes, why not? Why not? We can now take this whole thing and move it to the left and the right. Why not? So we can just take another transform. Place it behind. And now we can just make it go anywhere that we want to.
Yeah, that's good.
Okay, cool. So, do you want to have a specific location? No, I guess we all want them to be sort of like go around the screen, right? Yeah. Okay, so let me just map this parameter. Yeah. To, I mean, just taking a random parameter over here. Make it less extreme. Now it's slowly moving towards the left. How's the speed for you?
That's very nice, huh?
Okay, cool.
Good.
Great. So we got our one for the x-axis, and let's take this one. Let's map here this one to the y and make it a little less extreme. Oh, I think on the it's okay. Let's go to
Bit
this
too
one.
much weight on the first one as well.
Yeah, exactly. Let's make this a little bit less strong, a little bit less strong. Okay, 1% for you, 1% for you. Okay, that's all you get. Great. Now it's definitely less. No, that was already making a nice little exception. Okay, so we do the same for you. We put a transform on top of you here. Let's test. This works. Yes, this works. Oh yeah, and distortion moves along as well. Nice. So also you we map to X. We give you 1%. Also here we map you to Y. Give you 1%. Okay. And then still we a little bit we need to still look at how do we still make this into a room, because it's still a room. Maybe we need to return into the feedback again, but we can put the feedback on top of the whole. Well, let's look at that in a second. Squares base. Also here we have your transform. Let's test you. Yeah, okay, cool. Where again we map you to X with 1%, and we map
Or is it how the colors mix into each other? Because now I see quite a lot of white.
Yes, exactly. I was noticing that too. This goes to Y and 1. Okay. Yeah, we can also work on how do they indeed mix into each other. So let's first just take just the first two and see what we can do here with the mixing. Then I'm thinking we're going to go to the second track of these two, because now we're applying additive mixing. But if we do create a properties over here and we change that to, oh yeah, now the one is just overwriting the other. Interesting what happens here with mask. Okay. So you could see this as perhaps creating a room, because now the one is completely masking the other.
Yeah, I like it.
It's like the one is opening a doorway towards the other. Yeah. And very similar to the man that was stepping out of that frame. So that's pretty cool. Okay. And
can we make a man step out of the frame?
I'm sure we can. I'm sure we can.
Sorry.
So, and now you got this one. Okay, so you got those two. Let's see how we're going to mix this one on top of those other two.
Mm-hmm.
Properties. Yeah, could do that. Yeah, does this float on top? Or is this also another thing that's going inside of the other? Darken. Yeah, what do you say?
No, we have all three, right?
Now we have all three. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Now it's like the big green one right now is housing the other two.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not quite there, but it's nice.
Yeah. Let's see.
Now we have that's nice. You know? It really depends how they spin into each other sometimes.
Yeah.
Sometimes it works out, sometimes it doesn't.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe then you should somehow sync the movement a little bit more. But that's really tiny work now. You don't have to.
Yeah. Yeah. I see what you mean. Yeah, then you could at some point decide to have some of these LFOs mapped to parameters on separate tracks at the same time. So one LFO maps the rotation X of the squares alt and X squares the tenor track, something like that. Yeah.
But we can leave it as is for now, I think that's fine.
Yes, the one last thing that annoyed me a little bit was, let's see, when it got this, when we get this glitchy stuff, I didn't want the glitch itself to get blurred. That felt like a violation of the laws of the computer. Like a glitch needs to be hard. But that's just, of course.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's right.
Okay, so I'm stopping it here. It's on this one over here. Okay, where was our glitch again? That was here. That's this one. Yes, exactly. So glitch, I move you, I banish you to the very end. Exactly. So now it's a super sharp glitch, no matter what happens.
Yeah.
So the rest can get blurred, but the glitch itself will remain a sharp glitch. So
yeah, that's nice.
yeah. Wait to see one more glitch. Okay, something like that. Yeah. Okay, so that's our second test.
Yeah. But that was the color mode was darken.
Yes, indeed. Yeah, but I'm just going to send this to you, and then you can check them both out. But indeed, the color mode was darken with the first properties, and on this track we had mask alpha. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I think if I play around with that, maybe I can get a real room and the man stepping out of it.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
Cool. All right. So if we're done, I think it would just be cool to just play it back.
Oh yeah, cool. Yes.
With the music at least once.
Yes, indeed.
And just set it to full screen.
Or do we want to do a little bit of this feedback there or not? Maybe that's tempting the gods too much. I don't know.
Maybe just turn it on halfway.
Sure. Okay.
Just
here we start.
For the fun of it.
Oh, that's interesting too.
Yeah, that's nice. Very nice.
Yeah.
One was blurred and the other one was not, right?
Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, there's something special going on here, indeed. There's also ambiguous light source.
Yeah, they're actually floating into space now, I feel like.
Yeah.
I think it looks really good.
Hey, you know what's actually what the thing is? We now went beyond the area that we fully automated.
Yeah.
So now we got very differing blur levels, and that's what's creating the magic right now. Some are creating ambient light, other are the more specific shapes. So with this beautiful accident, we found out a solution. Yeah. Yeah, great.
That's really cool.
Yeah. Nice. Funny that the best part of it is the least finished part.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, indeed.
I think that's
Yes.
really cool.
Yeah,
Yeah, happy accidents. That's what it's all about.
yes, indeed. Yes.
You convinced me now.
Yeah, that's how the Lord shows us His ways. Yes. Yeah.
All right.
Really cool, Tarik. Thanks, and Jean Paul.
Yeah.
Thanks to the both of you as well.
Thanks for
Yeah.
sharing your ideas and the project and letting us do this together with you.
Yeah, absolutely.
You're welcome.
Yeah, it's not like I would have ever made this on my own accord. Like, this is just not how my brain works, but it's lovely to see how it works in combination.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think we have any questions in the chat.
Uh-huh.
Everything was pretty interactive.
Yeah.
Oh, the audio's almost not there. I see in the comments. Anyway, I could hear it, but I also wasn't hearing the sound from the live stream personally. But let's see. I hope Christian can turn this into something even cooler, and then we'll be happy to share that when that time comes.
Yeah, I'm excited to work on it.
Yeah.
All right. Could you stop sharing your screen for a moment,
Sure.
so we can see
Yes.
your pretty faces a little bit better. One last time with the snowfall behind me. No, Christian, super thanks, and Tarik also super thanks. Thanks for all the viewers as well, and for the lively conversation. Thank you, Josh, for thinking with us here, and that's, I think, what it's all about, making this a bit interactive and just trying to create something cool together.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, and we'll be doing this every month from now on. So, yeah, Christian, you're welcome to come back sometime if you feel like it. But
I'd love to.
cool. All right, great. Well, that's cool. Thanks, guys. Is there anything else you want to say before we close the stream? Nope. All right.
I don't have anything on my mind.
Everything's out.
But I really have to say, I really like Videosync and the possibilities that you have with that, and yeah, I really had a pretty clear picture in my head what I wanted to achieve. But if you play around with it, you get somewhere else, and you notice it's even cooler. So that's what I like with Videosync, actually.
I mean, that's always my experience when I was making music. I had something in mind and I get sidetracked. So I don't know. It's cool to hear that it has a similar effect with Videosync.
Absolutely.
But yeah, glad you like it. It's only going to get better as time goes on. So yeah, let's keep doing this.
Yeah. Nice.
All right.
Then. Have a good evening.
Sorry?
Have a good evening. Thanks
Yeah,
a
you
lot.
too.
And
You too.
Looking forward to the next one.
All right. Cool.
Yeah, good evening to you both. And yeah, meanwhile, I'm just staring at the screen still here, really liking it.
That's why you're so quiet. Yeah, okay.
Yeah. I'm getting hypnotized right now. Yeah, that's awesome.
Oh, great.
That's good. Then we have achieved the goal, I think.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Great. Okay, guys. Thanks a lot. See you next time and have a great evening, everybody.
Yeah. Thank you.
Bye.
Have a good evening.